Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. 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 Please select a mission. Please specify a project. Development project has been added. Please specify a project. Please select a mission.
Boss, this is an emergency. We had 2 intel team agents undercover at the PF Contract Forces of Africa. The CFA have captured them both. They don't have long to live. You've got to get them out of there ASAP. Since our mission at the oil field, we're no longer just business rivals to the CFA. We're enemies, and they want revenge. Our men will be killed the moment the interrogation's complete. And then it won't just be a matter of 2 dead soldiers. Their execution will be a catalyst, sparking resentment within Diamond Dogs against the CFA. Our men will push us to retaliate. Then things will cease to be about business. We'll be starting a personal war. That's not what we set out to do. The 2 men are being held in Kaziba camp. Hurry, boss. They're counting on you. Don't let them down.
Mission accepted.
our intel team members are being held captive by the PF in that area, the CFA. Your job is to rescue them. They don't have long to live. It appears that one of our 2 men has broken out of the encampment and is on the run. He contacted us to say he was surrounded. That's the last we heard from him. Your map is marked with a predicted field of movement based on where his transmissions cut off. The other man is still captive inside the encampment. Boss, rescue our men. Extract them both and get them back to Mother Base.
Be careful down there, boss.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Our staff member on the run last contacted us from that forest.
Updated.
The enemy PF already has troops spread out in a manhunt to find him. Keep your eyes open.
Extract our man before their search team can find him. Check his location on your iDroid.
The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
You've reached the target's predicted field of movement. If he's gone to ground, he'll have hidden himself somewhere in that area. Find him.
Enemy presence detected.
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete.
Roger that. Boss, leave the intel files till later. The enemy's on combat alert.
Has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Dit zullen zielen. Visuele contact verloren. Keer terug naar laatste bekende positie. Oor. Er is CP, begrijp. Wees op je uitkijk voor enige beweging. Uit.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that. You gonna extract him?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. 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 Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that. We got some information out of that soldier you extracted. His squad was on their way to the encampment to execute our intel team member. We also now know exactly where they're keeping the target. I'm sending the location to your iDroid. Zebra camp. Enemy outpost. It's got good visibility and not many places to hide. Use the landscape wherever possible. Roger that.
CP is Delta 4. Start van oor vijand. Speed laatste punt van contact. Oor. Dat is CP, begrijp. Doe je onderzoek.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You have arrived at your destination.
CP, dit is Delta 2. Onze spasgebied in van hevige schade. Verzoek versterkers. Oor. Richting genoeg van de kassie. Jij zoekt je every onder. Uit.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Development complete.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
You have arrived at your destination. The map has
That's
been
him.
updated.
That's the target. He's injured. Looks half-starved, too. There's no way he can stand the shock of a Fulton extraction. Get him out by chopper.
They kept saying the disease was her fault. Shouting it at me. Over.
You gotta extract him.
CP, dit is uw 7.
Kept saying
Tegen van die vijand. Onderzoek die gebied. Oor. Dat is CP, begrijp. Dat kon niet ver gekomen is niet. Blijf afstand. Uit.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Zijn die vijand aan het vertrek van contact verloren laat kruis nu. Vijand kan nog iemand daarbij wegkomen.
Outpost captured.
Copy jy. Om in. Alle troepe, dit is CP. Ons het 'n situasie. Alle eenhede, staan by.
Intel file obtained.
The target's transmitter.
Extraction.
You must have dropped it trying to contact us again. Judging from its data log, not much time has passed since the transmitter was dropped. He should be close by. I'm updating the target's predicted field of movement.
Marker placed.
You gonna extract him?
You have arrived at your destination. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Weather will clear shortly. You have arrived at your destination. Extraction arrived at Mother
All right,
Base.
that's the target.
Has been
Quickly,
updated.
extract him while you can.
Never told them a thing.
Caution, rain approaching. Please select a landing zone. Landing zone confirmed.
Now, rescue the other target.
Helicopter requested. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete. Great work. Boss, one of the job offers we received concerns me.
Mission list
There's a PF
updated.
commander who's been talking big about getting into the nuclear arms trade. This could be connected to that yellow cake. And there's another contract I'd like you to handle. It's a wet job, but we need to divert Cypher's attention. Check the mission list for the details.
Please select a landing zone. Mission not accepted.
You called that thing Sahelanthropus. Where does the name come from?
Well, several years ago, an excavation team discovered a hominid skull in the Sahel region.
Central Africa. The Southern Sahara.
Cypher gave the specimen the name Sahelanthropus, Man of Sahel. And then they covered the whole thing up.
Why?
They probably wanted to monopolize information about human evolution to have a head start in their genetic research. At least, until they had an idea of what they'd found.
It was that big of a discovery, huh?
Sahelanthropus was a gracile hominid, estimated to have lived about 7 million years ago. What's significant about it is how its skull's foramen magnum faces down. In other words, its spinal column supported its head from underneath.
It stood upright.
Right. Which would mean Sahelanthropus walked upright 3 million years before Australopithecus, making it the world's oldest human species.
Walking upright. I get it. Hence the name Sahelanthropus for your machine.
Walking upright was the decisive difference between our ancestors and other anthropoids. Our brains could get heavier once they were supported by the spinal column. That led to the use of tools and the development of complex communication through language. Only man is capable of this. My creation will be the progenitor of all bipedal weapon platforms.
And you did this for Cypher.
No, not at all. Sahelanthropus is the best proof that I never betrayed you guys.
What do you mean?
The reconstructed Sahelanthropus skull looked exactly like the skull we used as our logo 9 years ago in the Caribbean.
An army without a nation. Outside the world order.
The design was based on Pangaea, the supercontinent that existed 250 million years ago, right?
Yeah. When the world was a single landmass. That concept's at the source of our strength.
I felt the same way about Sahelanthropus. Sure, I was forced to build it under their orders, but I always wanted to put its technology back in our hands someday. That's the reason I incorporated the old insignia into Sahelanthropus's name. Don't you see? That's how much I was thinking about you guys.
Oh, I see, all right. I see someone desperate to cover his ass. You can say whatever you want after the fact. But that skull also symbolizes somebody else. Skullface.
Snake, you finally came. Just don't record this, okay?
I'm not recording anything. What's this about?
What I'm about to say stays between you and me. It's about the weapon to surpass Metal Gear. You know a researcher by the name of Clark? He works in the biotech industry. Real advanced stuff. His area is bioengineering, but lately he's also gotten into genetic research.
Never heard of him.
Well then, what do you know about cloning?
I think I've heard enough.
Hold on, this is important. Cloning lets you create a genetic copy of an organism. You take the nucleus of one of its cells, and you swap it with the nucleus of an unfertilized egg from another member of the same species. They started out working with plants, but since then they've had success with other organisms, including mammals. It's a hot area for a lot of places right now. Corporations, universities, research groups. There's no shortage of scientists out to get famous and patent their work, with morality taking a back seat.
Isn't that a little outside your field?
It's got nothing to do with my research. But I thought it might be of interest to you. Cloning, and Dr. Clark, I mean.
Go on.
Now, this is really highly classified stuff, but I've heard that an American biotech company has successfully cloned a human being. What's more, it happened over 10 years ago, and the researcher behind it was Dr. Clark. You've really never heard of him?
I don't meet many doctors.
This Dr. Clark is a complete ghost, even to others in his field. His age, where he comes from, that might not be his real name. And I can't even say for sure he's a he. Clark's employer, ATGC, its company motto is embracing your hopes, preserving talent.
What does this have to do with me?
Cypher. Dr. Clark works for ATGC, and they have connections to DARPA. Cypher couldn't function without the communications network DARPA's built. Meaning, Cypher has to be a part of the Pentagon. Or at least, the two are joined at the hip. DARPA is a driving force behind human cloning. It's a pretty high priority project for them. And this Dr. Clark, some say he's a pivotal player in Cypher. But that's not all. Every cell nucleus in an organism contains the genetic information for that organism. Think of it as a blueprint for life. Clark appears to be working on how to decode this information and rearrange it at will. If you could do that, it would mean being able to custom design human beings for specific purposes. Can you believe that? Suppose for a moment that this is all fact. A man of your talents, if your genetic information died with you, that would be a terrible loss for mankind. But what if mankind could preserve you for future generations by cloning you?
All right, enough. I get the idea.
Look, I know it's inductive reasoning, but this weapon to surpass Metal Gear they're developing in Africa, I believe it's something that uses this new technology. Speaking as a fellow scientist, it chills me to the bone.
That's rich coming from you.
If genes serve as our blueprint, then I wonder if they include an impulse that drives us to tweak the design. Can you imagine that? Genes, encoded with information that wants its children to decode it. Is life itself putting the direction of our next evolution in the hands of scientists? I guess it would take some real arrogance to believe that. And yet, it could be what Cypher's after.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree. But that was an interesting story. It'd make a good movie.
You have to believe me.
Where'd you hear all this anyway?
Where? I just overheard it in bits and pieces while I was forced to do that research for them.
Right.
Wait a minute. Look, I want to help you. I want to be of service here. I'm risking my life with this.
Is that so? Maybe it's time we brought someone else into the conversation.
No, not him. Not Ocelot. You can't do this.
Please specify a project. Please select a mission.
There are 6 targets. They're soldiers. The contract is to kill them all. They used to be with a platoon of Mbeli rebels, but then the Buta authorities captured them. There are 2 locations, the Bumpevi plantation and the Kungenga mine. The client is none other than the general they served under. He wants them dead to keep them from talking. A commander murdering his former men. That's what this boils down to. There are 6 targets. They're soldiers. The contract is to kill them all. There's 6 targets. Our contract is to kill them all. And the client is the general they served under. He wants them dead to keep them from talking. Check a VI on your iDroid for more information.
Marker removed.
That's an enemy gunship. A single burst from its machine gun could cut a man in half. Tread carefully, boss.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
That's Bump Heavy Plantation. The targets are mixed in with the soldiers in that base. Use the VI to identify them.
Marker removed. Analysis complete. You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
CP, dis Delta 3. Ons geskep plantasie klankie. Die dose gebruik knaldempers. Oor. Dis CP, begryp. Alle eenhede gewaarsku. Die vyand kruip weggewers. Vind hulle uit.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Money talk. Alsjeblieft. Where are your friends? Money te doen.
The map has been updated.
Ons het al beweeg gevat. Ons geen skoot nie. Die vyand mag ooit 'n knaldemper gebruik. Oor. Dis CP,
The map
begryp.
has
Alle
been
eenhede
updated.
gewaarsku. Die vyand kruip
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
CP, is Delta 9. Ons gebied bespied. Ons kon niemand vind nie. Oor.
The map has been
Wees
updated.
paraat. Moenie hulle vlieg gee nie. Uit.
He's coming too. Roger that.
CV is Delta 9. Een van ons is ongeval. Blyk is vyhandige magte. Oor. Dis CP, begryp. Wees waaksaam en red die vyand uit. Uit.
Ik wil niet. Spit it out.
The map has been updated.
Spit it out.
The map
Subject
has
on
been
board.
updated.
Leave the rest to us.
What is it?
He's coming too. Roger that.
Dis CP, begrijp. Wees waakzaam en reed de vijand uit. Uit!
The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him.
Ik wil niet, prik niet.
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Smaakjes zoektocht. Over. CFD, begrijp. Wees paraat. Uit!
Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination. Outpost captured.
You gotta extract him. That's the target. Target extracted. I'll tell the client they've been eliminated. 5 targets remaining. Head for the Kurgenga mine.
Mission info has been updated. Marker placed. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Caution, rain approaching. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. coming too. Roger that.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
You gonna extract him?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Host captured.
You gonna extract him?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
You've reached the mine. 5 targets are being held captive at that outpost. The VI on your iDroid will show you where they are.
CFP is Delta 3. Delta 3 transport. Over, Delta 3. Оценка ситуации. Анализируем. Storm Bay.
Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Boss, get down. That's an enemy gunship. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies. Roger that.
Shipper is Delta 6. Geen teken van die vijand. Ons staakjes zoeken. Oor. Er is CFD's begrijp. Wees verraad. Meneer Lemping hier niet. Uit.
Development complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Don't mistake. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him.
Analysis complete.
Hey! You okay? Speak. Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Don't move. Speak. Alsjeblieft. Where are you?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Ik wil niet, Freek niet. Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Spit it out. Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
You can extract him.
Outpost captured.
Spit it out.
The map has
Subject
been
on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that. Their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Their lives for a fistful of diamonds, huh? And what happens after that? They can't go home. They've only got two options. Heaven or hell.
No, there's another.
Utter heaven. Tape's rolling, boss.
How about it, Cos? Looks like our client just got outbid.
We got got the recording. Objective accomplished.
Let's go.
We'll bring him back to Mother Base. Now, for the RV. There's some high ground downriver. I'll have the chopper set down there. Lead the kids to safety. Listen, the kids don't get hurt. No matter what, you bring them back alive. Exit the cave and turn left, then pass through the swamp and follow the river downstream. Doesn't look like he can walk. You're still gonna help him.
Mission info has been updated. The map has been updated.
Target extracted.
Mission info has been updated.
Boss, if even one of those kids die, the mission's a failure. Be careful. The target is missing. Go find him. All right, target extracted. Target extracted. Good. That's the target All right. Objective complete. Now you just need to safeguard the target. Get on the chopper.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete. Great work.
What you thinking, boss?
I'm thinking that he's tougher than he looks. A little training, he'll make himself useful.
Never like kids. Especially ones with guns.
See, kid's a natural.
No. He's no natural. Far from it. You probably noticed on the way in, we've expanded housing. They'll have their own quarters, separate from ours. Won't be counted as staff.
So what, we're running a daycare now?
They'll learn how to read and write. Do basic jobs.
Chance at a real life. Just not from behind a gun.
Being behind a gun's what we do, boss. There's no room for angels in our heaven.
Please landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
This is Pequod, on station at LZ.
Please select a mission. Please select a landing zone. Heading to Central Africa. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been analysis.
That's the target.
Analysis complete. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Side-op completed. Caution, rain approaching.
You gotta extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Presence detected. The map has been up. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him.
Guard post captured.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You have arrived at your destination. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Select a landing zone. Deploying. Marker placed.
Be careful down there, boss.
There should be a Congo English interpreter somewhere in that area. If you extract him, it could be plenty useful for us.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him. He's coming too.
Enemy presence
Roger that.
detected. The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him.
Enemy presence detected.
Subject on board.
The map
Leave
has
the rest
been
to us.
updated. Clouds approaching. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Roger
You
that.
have arrived at your destination. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
You gonna extract him?
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. 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 Please select a mission.
Ever since the attack on your unit 9 years ago, the name Big Boss has become known the world over. What do you mean? Those of your men who survived traveled far and wide. They fought throughout the world. In fact, they're part of the reason we have all these PFs now. Every one of them suffered their own phantom pain from losing you. Talking about you wherever they went helped to heal their wounds. Your actions and words, your legend, has been told on every battlefield they've set foot on. Obviously, as the tales have spread, the truth's been distorted, painted over. Big Boss sacrificed himself to show us the threat that Cypher poses. He sounded a warning, so it goes. A warning? Too much power destroys the hands that hold it. Apparently, you chose to be a living example of that. I never said any of that. The moment any truth is passed on, it starts turning into fiction. The problem is, fiction inspires people more than facts. To the world, you're now the legendary mercenary Big Boss. The lessons you've taught the PFs are the reason they're so widespread. They're the reason they've survived. And you know what they all aspire to? To one day go nuclear, just like you did, and stand up to Cypher. Of all the stupid things you could do. They'll never understand what you really wanted. Heroes are misunderstood. It takes a man of the same caliber to understand what drives them. Bottom line is, these guys want to be like their hero, Big Boss. And deep down, they all have their eyes on nuclear weapons. They say that a nuke is the only means of standing against Cypher. But these days, it's becoming little more than a slogan to rally the troops and survive in a cutthroat business.
Currently, there are 3 major PFs who've expanded into Central Africa. CFA, Rogue Coyote, and Zero Risk Security. HEC's investigations have shown there's almost no overlap between their areas of operation. It's not so much a turf war, more like they have a gentleman's agreement. If you do cross paths with them, you probably won't have to face more than one at a time. Still, don't expect a walk in the park. The CFA, Contract Forces of Africa. These guys are a major player. Their head office is in Pretoria, South Africa. That's also where the South African Defense Force is headquartered. We think the two are closely connected. An HEC investigation revealed that most of the CFA's operators are former SADF soldiers. South Africa has been locked in struggles with neighboring regimes for years. That means constant action, and we know better than anyone that's the best kind of training. A company drawing its recruits from hardened military vets. You can bet they know how to handle themselves. Do not underestimate them. Within the CFA is a company of soldiers made up mainly of locally hired operators. They speak Afrikaans to communicate with personnel from the CFA, but if you notice any speaking the local language, that's them. Though hired from the local population, they were originally part of a paramilitary group, so they'll have plenty of combat experience. And unlike their days shooting junkyard rifles out of beat-up pickup trucks, the CFA now supplies them with the latest gear from the West. On top of that, they've been combat trained by the South African Army. All that adds up to a much stronger fighting force. So don't brush them off. Look at the Angola-Zaire border region. The east bank of the Munene River in particular. It's a microcosm of a problem that stretches all across Africa. There's a civil war going on in Angola fought between the government MPLA and the Western-backed UNITA. Zaire is still a dictatorship under President Mobutu, but numerous uprisings have broken out in its remote regions. With all the trouble elsewhere keeping their hands full, neither government has control over their side of the border. They depend on militias and PFs, as do the rebels. Government forces, guerrillas, militants, groups of all shapes and sizes hawk whatever resources they can to hire PFs. Conflict brings PFs. PFs expand the war zone, and more conflicts erupt in a continuous chain reaction. Sounds like our kind of work. Mother Base could grow by leaps and bounds.
Hard to believe how many of those bipedal weapons have popped up around Africa. When did that start? No more than 6 months ago. Didn't really hit me until I came here. They're not supposed to be in use yet. Emmerich says they were still doing the last round of fine-tuning. The doctor has no idea. His research has already hit the black market. Both sides of the Iron Curtain will have it by now. Even so, they're spreading much too fast. Sure, the Walker gears can operate in any terrain. Their mobility's just as good in the jungle as it is in the desert. That would come in handy in a place like Africa. They are modules that can one day be used as nuclear weapon systems. And with that in mind, the numbers are way too large. There must be another reason they're so widespread. Like what? It's all about needs. To small-time outfits like most of these private forces, this product is a dream come true. Hell, it goes beyond PFs. This is the ultimate weapon, the forbidden fruit, for anyone with an enemy to fight and people to defend. A nuclear deterrent. Exactly. Sounds familiar, huh? PFs are all operating off your playbook. You created these times. But could this be the new weapon in Africa that Emmerich talked about? If it is, why is Cypher letting everyone and his brother get their hands on one? What comes next? Selling nuclear weapons in the open? Making them public property? Why don't they give that a try? Then the next war really will be fought with sticks. Right. The man we're dealing with isn't foolish enough to make a suicide pact with the world. So, what is Cypher really up to?
Zero-risk security aren't as hardcore a military outfit compared to the other two PFs in this region. The company sends operators to conflict regions around the world, not just Africa. They have decades of combined experience. They're also based out of South Africa. Their headquarters is in Johannesburg. A lot of their work involves corporate security for South African companies, but a good number of their operators are retired South African military. So don't mistake them for a bunch of security guards.
Please select a mission. Please specify a project. Weather will clear shortly. Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan.
disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network. Head for the eastern communications post and destroy its comms equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss.
Please select a mission.
Boss, you okay? Could it be that sniper? Quiet.
Quiet. Our silent assassin. Where's the sniping point?
chance. Stay sharp. Abilities of hers. No doubt about it. She has to be one of the Skulls. Now move in and finish your boss. She's working for Cypher.
Quiet is a valuable source of information, boss. There's no need to kill her. Think carefully. This is your decision.
Female sniper. Quiet. Cypher's assassin. Finish her. She's one of the Skulls. Hurry up and kill her.
No. Killing her would be a waste. Bring her back here.
Boss.
Boss!
Boss, you're not thinking of bringing her back here, are you?
Requested.
She works for Cypher.
Please.
We don't even know the extent of her abilities. She is not setting foot on this base.
Good word, boss. Can't believe you took her down alive. Now bring her back here. Let's find out what she really is.
This is too dangerous. Kill her. Don't bring her to our home.
This is the boss's decision. I'll send the extraction chopper.
Boss, you know I've always got your back. But if you bring her here, I'll just have her killed.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Boss, no.
Mission info has been updated.
Scanning altitude. Departing.
Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please select a landing zone. Heading to Central Africa.
a Kikongo English interpreter somewhere in that area. If you extract him, he could be plenty useful for us.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. 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 You have arrived at your destination. Enemy presence detected. The map has
Subject
been
on board. Leave the rest to us. You gotta extract him.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gotta extract him. He's coming too. Roger that.
Guard post captured.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Marker placed. Marker removed. Marker placed.
You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Side ops list updated.
Okay. Okay, subject is in.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Unit function added. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has
He's coming
been
too.
updated.
Roger that. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You have arrived at your destination.
That's African peach. The shape of its petals gives it the nickname the pincushion. It's used in local traditional medicine as a pain reliever and tranquilizer.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.